What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Vivid. We back with another video, and in this video I'll be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before I started producing. Also guys, I just dropped some new Vivid merch. If you want to support the channel, I would truly appreciate it. Also, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. We're almost at 300 subs, which is crazy to me. I truly appreciate you guys. Now let's get into the video. Number 1, don't expect your family/friends to support you when you start producing. Okay, I am from a Caribbean household, and if you're not in school to become a doctor, engineer, nurse, or one of these high-paying career jobs, then anything else is just looked down upon and frowned on, and it's not really looked as a way to live a successful life and make money. So when I first started producing, and I would tell my parents, they really did not believe in it or what producing is, because like I said, they're from a different country. They just moved to America, so they don't understand how the world works now. So it's hard for them to grasp the idea of you making money by just making music, right? So I had to really get through that, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of you guys can relate to me and to relate to my story as to your parents not really believing in what you're doing. And if your parents believe in you, shout out to you. That's great. Honestly, you should cherish your parents. But most parents who are from foreign countries, it doesn't matter which country you're from, as long as from foreign parents, they tend to have the same mindset, and that you got to go to school, get a good job, and yeah, that's how they see life, really. So I would advise you guys to just keep pushing and just keep working and building yourself as a producer, and they will eventually see the success down the line. I understand that they do it out of love. At the same time, you're your own person, and you should decide how you want to live your life, okay? Also, your friends. When I first started producing, I would hit up my friends like, yo, listen to this beat I made. And the first times, maybe they might listen to it, but sometimes they don't really listen to it, or they'll be like, yo, I'll get around to it and I'll listen to it. And then slowly, I just started realizing that the people who are close to you have an image of you in their head because you either grew up with them or they seen you come up, and they don't really see you as like a famous producer or anything. So to them, it's just weird. Like they just can't grasp the idea of you becoming a successful producer in this field. I would send my friends links of the beats that I make and like, yo, listen to it on SoundCloud and, you know, support me. And honestly, nobody really listened to it, honestly. And it was very disappointing at times. It was very, you know, it wasn't as encouraging when people who are close to you don't want to support you in something that you do, and they just think it's a waste of time and that you should just be doing other things with your life. And so what I decided to do was just to venture out of my group of people that I knew, my friends and family. I decided to venture out and find people who would actually appreciate me for who I am as a music producer, and people who would like my music and support me. And I went and ventured out to look for those people, because I realized the people around me were not going to be the ones to support me right away. Maybe down the line they will come around and see after all your success that, you know, like, okay, I will support you now, because they see it now, but before they did not see it. So it's kind of hard for them to believe it. Well, but me or you, whoever's watching this video, we see the future. We see ourselves as being successful in what we're doing, but they don't see it. And it's okay. All right. I'm here to tell you guys that it's okay. And just to keep going, guys, just keep going and focusing and building your brand. Number 2, it's gonna take some time to start selling beats online. Okay. When I first really started selling beats, it took me about 6 months to a year to really start making sales. I'm being honest. Maybe I'm just not as lucky as some producers who upload a beat and just get sales right away. For me, I really had to hustle, really had to work to sell beats, like really had to think of new creative ways to find people who will be willing to buy my beats, and people who will be willing to listen to my beats and be interested in buying them. My customers are complete strangers. I don't know anything about them really, just the fact that they like my beats and they want to rap or sing over them. And my customers are people who I don't know. They're not really, honestly, I'm saying this personally, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but none of my close friends or people that I really knew bought a beat from me or anything from me, really. So that just goes to show you, as to my first point, as to like, you just have to find people who are outside of your area, what you do, and that don't know nothing about you. You just have to find people who would just accept you for who you are at this current moment, who they see you for. So yeah, your customers will be complete strangers. It took me around 6 months to a year to really start selling beats, and it was really tedious. So I'm just here telling you guys that if you just started, you're not selling beats yet, just give it some time, but just keep working. Don't like just relax and hope for the best, but you really got to put your work in. You really got to get out there and market yourself and brand yourself to get some sales. If you really want it, if you really want to start making money, then this is what you got to do. You really have to put yourself out there. You got to brand yourself out there. Like, I understand some of you guys are not comfortable with putting yourself out there, but if you really want to succeed, that is what you have to do. You can't just wait around and expect for a miracle. You got to work for it, okay? You just got to work for it. As you work for it, you're going to start realizing some things. You're going to get better at some things, and you're just going to slowly and surely get some sales over time. But you just got to be consistent and keep going, guys. Just never give up. Number 3, be wary of producer scams. Okay, when I first started producing, like a couple years ago, I got finessed. I got scammed by another producer who was way more popular and, you know, successful in his own right. And basically what happened was he told me, like, hey, if I paid him a certain amount of money, he would go and play my beats for the artist he is working with. So me being a young new producer, you know, very clueless to the game, I'm like, oh sure, here, take my money and hope for the best. But honestly, it was a scam. Of course they're not gonna play your beat for the artist they're working with. It makes no sense. Like, it really makes no sense for them to play your beat for the artist that they're working with. And I realized that because another producer hit me up and told me the same thing, and I'm just like, damn, I got finessed. I lost $75. And honestly, I'm just here to tell you upcoming producers to be careful of these producer scams, because they know that, you know, you're still new to this game and that you don't know a lot of things, and they want to take advantage of you. So be very wary of producer scams and people offering you services. If you have to pay for them, like they pay for them to play your beats somewhere or anything that sounds very suspicious, think twice. All right, think twice. If it sounds too good to be true, oftentimes it is, right? It's not what it is. It's too good to be true. Like, they're scamming you. That's what it is. All right, there's a lot of producer scams out there. I also have a video of me talking about my experience when I got scammed and the whole facade of that situation. But I'm just here telling you guys, as a victim of a producer scam, to be wary of these producer scams out there, because some people are not really selling beats. Some people are really just capping. You know, they just selling a certain lifestyle, and they really make their money by selling you the idea of how to sell beats or stuff like that. You just got to just really be on the lookout for that and make sure that, you know, that they're legit in whatever they're doing and that you're not getting scammed. Number 4, make sure your plugins, your VST, your DAWs are legit. Okay, I know if you're starting off, you might have a crack FL Studio or whatever. I understand. Listen, I started off that way too, but I later on transitioned to getting the legit programs, legit VSTs, because I realized that having a crack VSTs and illegal plugins, it just makes it harder for you in the long run. Let's say if you want to keep upgrading your plugin, or it just comes with a lot of technical difficulties I realized when having crack plugins. And please guys, I mean, I understand you guys might not have the money, but if you just work and save up your money and buy the legit version of your your DAW that you're using, it would be really beneficial. And also, people really sleep on stock plugins. You can really do a lot with stock plugins, especially in these DAWs nowadays. They come with a lot of dope stock plugins that can really get the job done. And I know you see your favorite producer using certain plugins that cost hundreds of dollars, and you want that too. And I understand, but it takes time for you to get that. But if you want to go crack it, go ahead. I'm just saying that it's better to have everything legit, and it just feels better, honestly, just to have everything legit VSTs and plugins and everything. So I'm not riding dirty no more, guys. I've been stopped riding dirty a long time ago and decided to be legit, because this is a business, right? If you want to grow as a business, you don't want to do, you want your business to be as clean and legit as possible. And I just feel like if I'm making money, I might as well just support the companies that are allowing me to, you know, make these beats on their programs and allow me to make money and build my brand off of that. So I would tell you guys to please make sure your plugins, your DAWs and everything are legit, and just work towards that, right? If you don't have legit plugins, just put in your mind that in the future you're gonna invest in legit plugins and your DAW. Number 5, selling beats and chasing placements are not the only way to be a successful producer, okay? You can upload your beats on streaming services. You can do sync licensing. There's so many ways that you can go about of becoming a successful producer. I just feel like nowadays everybody is just so focused on either selling beats, getting a popular beat selling YouTube channel, or chasing after placements. And I was one of those people who was like, I need a placement, and I need this, I need that. But honestly, I realized it's better to really build your brand as a producer overall, and selling beats and placements are just 2 ways of you making money. There's so many ways. I realize there's so many unique ways. There's so many things you could do as a producer that we tend to not realize because we're so focused on chasing after placements and getting billboard hits and plaques and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I do want some plaques to hang on the walls. You see my walls are empty, so don't get me wrong, I do want some plaques, but I do realize that that's just not the only thing. Like, chasing after placements and selling beats online is just not the only way to really be successful as a producer. You can sell drum kits, you can sell loop kits, one-shot kits. There's so many ways and so many lanes that you can take this producing journey that most people don't realize. And I would recommend you guys to do more research on it and figure out ways that you can make more money. Also, I have a video on my YouTube channel that talks about different ways you can make money as a producer. If you guys want to check that video out, it'll be really helpful for you guys. So yeah, don't just limit yourself, expand your brand, build your brand, and just think of very creative ways to come up as a producer and find your own lane, and not try to just do what everybody else is doing. Okay guys, that was the video. I just wanted to share you guys 5 things I wish I knew before I started producing. If you guys find this video insightful, or if you guys have any other information that you want to add, that you want to share, please be sure to comment down below. I would truly appreciate it. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. It's your boy Vivid, and I'm out.